Good afternoon. Mike Green here, and we're in LaGrange, California right now with the 1966 Land Rover 109. And let's see what kind of films we can get you today, just while we test out all these new gadgets. See what happens here. Mining town, this is. They used a huge dredge at one time, which is down here on the left in the trees somewhere. I don't know if you can get onto it legally, as I might be on private land by the looks of it. A lot of Frenchies ended up here, because as we call them, the frogs, you know. Well, I was kind of dumb being I was going to pull up a money bike. Is higher than the population. 150 population, 250 elevation. We had dinner up here in the old hotel a few weeks ago. We showed up, a number of Land Rovers up the giggle. Out and about getting dirty. Here it is, the Grange Hotel. Nice they put a new sign up. It's a shame the gas station on the left hasn't been restored. I would buy that. Paint it all up, put a couple of big pumps out front, be cool. Here's a neat museum. Every time I come to it, it's closed. So maybe one day when it's open, we'll go inside with you. Anyway, up we go. Let's see where this ends up right there. anything over that way, it's